final presenter, you will come to see that he is a true American cowboy. This is Fernando Antonio Wadskier.
Thank you. Oh, Nancy, I love you. Especially my mom would be proud of me, especially for Antonio, if you know what it means. Um, I'm glad that I'm here because all the panels today have been talking about a lot of OCC and plastic, okay? And the idea to you guys are here and is to get to know more about what's going on and the recycling and the entire market. So um, what I'm going to say here is just to guys understand this presentation of the interaction between pulp and waste paper is completely related to the ink grades. I'm talking about book stock, I'm talking about sorted office waste, I'm talking about sorted white ledger. So the idea is all the presentation is show you guys who you compete with, which is in this case is pulp. In this case is hardwood pulp. And I will let you guys to teach you a little bit how does the pulp behave. So this has been the price of pulp since I will say, what is the right here? What is the laser here? This one? All right, perfect. This is the price of the pulp since 18 to 2024. If you see the index of the price of pulp, this is when right after COVID everything went go up like crazy. We can find containers and all this stuff. Everything that you see those pulp prices going up means that your fiber, waste paper, sorted office waste, white layer, the stuff is gonna go up as well. So we see down here in 2019, the pulp price was down, the hardwood, and we're gonna talk about hardwood because softwood is a different, let's go to say it's a different fiber, it's more expensive for a different product. So the one that really affects sorted office waste is the hardwood pulp. So you see in the 2020 and the 2019, that price went down 525 on hardwood. So the people what we're doing what we normally do. I run a company called Western Trading, which is part of Grand Bay Group. Grand Bay Group have 5 paper mills in Central America and Latin America. And it's all tissue mills. So we buy pulp and we buy waste paper. So I try to explain to people how the pulp price affects sometimes waste paper. And a lot of people ask me, why you're not buying waste paper this month? Well, you know what, when you have a pool of $520 a ton, you know, and you don't have to add chemicals and you don't have to lose 20% fiber of loss and the chin crash, you know, it's a great incentive to use, pulp instead of waste paper. So right now here in January 24, the pulp has been moving up a little bit. We went down here, which is great for pulp producers, but I'm gonna tell you that it might don't last forever. And the pulp market is coming, what I was saying here, if you see here, we're not expecting a steep curve of the price so soon, as we know that there is a new capacity to come on in Brazil. Suzano is a pulp mill, and they're having a project. But also price clean, as you know, the price went up in U.S. for pulp and waste paper last month, and it went up in February as well. But we're looking for alternative to recover paper, which that means is, well, now waste papers is getting more attractive, book stock, sort of office waste, and white layer. Why? Because the pulp price went up a little bit. So it might mean a lot of more people looking for waste paper now. However, on the hardwood side, you have 2 large projects, which BEK means bleach eucalyptus kraft, and it's a pulp coming from Brazil, Chile, and Uruguay that is competing with waste paper. Why? You have those paper mill, Arauco, UPM, will complete the start-off of the curve in Q1 2024, and another 2.9 million tons of new capacity coming from Suzano this year. What does that mean? You guys gonna have a lot of pulp in the market. And what are they gonna do with the guys that have a lot of pulp? They need to sell it. And if you have 3 million tons, 4 million tons, new tons of new capacity, they're gonna go and try to drop those prices to put those tons in the market. And how that's gonna affect the West paper? Well, the West paper's gotta be, and a very attractive price if those guys are competing and lower those prices. And not until all the mill buyers buy and justify buy West paper like Corp stock, sorted off its ways, and all the pulp substitute as well. As the Lunar New Year holiday in China, producers are shifting the focus in U.S. and Latin America. Yes, the Chinese are not buying any pulp right now because it's a month vacation, and you know how that works. But that probably will change in a month. They're probably going to be back in the business, buying, and that probably will increase the price of pulp and waste paper a little. If you see here that the pulp producers, this is the world inventory pulp producer. If you see here, it's kind of like now getting in a decent shape, 41 days for hardwood and 38 days. That's the global inventory. If you see this curve going high, you have a lot of inventory, you see those prices going down. And it's the opposite. You see those prices going down, the inventory is going down, the price is going to go high. You see that here is what we have in inventories of the port in China, in Qingdao and in June. So it's gonna be in a decent levels right now. So this is not like I'm very hurried to buy a lot of pulp in this moment. China pulp price market trend. Well, last month in January, we increased the pulp price $33. That's good for the guys who produce waste paper. They increase a lot of in North America, and they say 33 in North America and 47 in Europe, and only 6 in China, because China, once again, is getting in Lunar New Year, so they're not going to be buying. But most of the pulp producers see this price unsustainable in long terms. Why? Because it's a new capacity coming in town that I'm going to show you guys up. Wow. This is a lot of numbers. You guys understand this? No? Me either. Just let's concentrate on this. Thank you, the TTO people, for put this data together. And now what I did is just put it in quarterly, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. This is the forecast for the pulp, okay? No, we're going to concentrate on all this number. We're going to concentrate right here. North America, bleached hardwood kraft. If you see those prices here, 2024, I kind of disagree with this number here. I think this number should be 700 too. I don't think it's going to go up because you have new capacity coming in. But I leave it there. And if you go run all these numbers, you're going to see that by 2027, they forecasting. And once again, this is a forecast. That doesn't mean that's going to happen. But this is a forecast. You see here 110 in hardwood. Well, now you see that in 2027, you guys, the packers, the guys who making sorted off his waste, got a stock, these guys are going to be making money. We have, is anyone from TTO here? No? We're just going to have some recommendation to put up TTO Latin America, because all we as a buyers, they always compare us with Europe, and we're like 4,000 miles away. And they should create one for us. This is the same slide, but graphic. Once again, and they have like the 2024 going up all the way down. I think it's gonna change a little bit by right here, and it's going down again because the new capacity coming and the pulp side. The waste paper market trend. Well, the sorted office waste price is still kind of like it's held on chains of month by month. The buyers and sellers said a light uptick in demand from Mexico and India did not reflect in price increase in January 2024. This month in February, I see the OVM that went up in February because we have high demand of domestic meals here in the United States, and that paying more price on pulp. And as they pay more price on pulp, they're gonna pay more price for West paper. They're gonna try to defend the tonnage, that's why the price went up just a little bit. Very important, and you guys gonna hear me about talking about this because this is the interaction between sorted office waste and waste paper. Low generation of the ink grades as a result of decline in printing and writing paper products, impacting the price. Okay. Guys, it's always hear this every month. Generation is getting low. We don't have enough generation. How are we going to get sorted office waste, go to book a stock, and how are we going to compete all the buyers if the generation is just not there? So that's great for the packers because they don't see those prices dropping because there's a lot of pulp and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen in the future? If we're going to have any future, do the ink grades going to survive from here 20 years? I really don't know. And I will show you why not. Pulp, I'm not going to just pulp subs, it's just going like the pulp, virgin pulp goes. So I'm not going to, waste too much time there. Attacks in commercial shipping in the Red Sea, Suez Canal are starting impact shipment to China, as well as international outbound trade for China. We got to be careful with this and the consequence. So far for my mills, our freight hasn't changed. The logistics from USA to our plants, Latin America has not been affected just yet. I won't count to keep it like that for too long. I see so many things happen in the past. But so far, we're okay. This is a very important slide here because this is the main reason of the pulp, the waste paper price sometime is gonna go down. It's all this new capacity. You see all those mills here, they are in Brazil, this one is Uruguay, this one is in Brazil. Those guys are brilliant. They see that the waste paper, the ink grades are pretty much disappearing little by little for generation. So those guys are building those pulp mill. I had the opportunity to went to UPN, the new mill in Paso de los Toros 4 months ago, and honestly, I never see what $2 billion investment looks like. Oh my God, the technology. These guys control the entire meeting like the NASA, they have the control room, all those guys there. And when you walk to the mill, you don't see people. It's just completely amazing. What a great experience. Well, those guys build that mill and they just start running. They not up to 100%. That's going to be at the end of this quarter. But when this thing is, is working 100%, is 2.3 million tons a year. And then comes Susano after this with another 2.9 million tons a year between Susano and CMPC, which is right here. That's a lot of tons of hardwood. And me as a mill buyer, that we run the paper with two main sources, pulp and waste paper, that's music for my ears. They're gonna go and compete. They're gonna sell those tonners, and they're gonna have to drop the price. So, in the meantime, that's why sorted office waste and coated book stock might be affected by 2040 and 2025. All this new capacity, 2.9 million tons. That's incredible. So, talking about sorted office waste and sorted office waste interaction with hardwood. I gotta say something. This is the. Oh, sorry. I gotta go back here. Okay. This is the price from 2010 to 23. This is hardwood. This is sorted office waste. When you see those curves getting together, it's an incentive to substitute to hardwood. In other words, if you see the price of sorted office waste going way too high and the price of the pulp going too slow, what I do? Simplemente, like everybody does, all the engineers, just change the from sort of waves to pulp, put it in the pulper. You don't have to add chemicals. You don't have to weigh, the chin crash 20% of the fiber, and you keep all the engineers running those paper mill happy. They sitting down, press the machine, go full speed, and they don't have to be concerned about that. But this is another thing about this graphite. They are related, okay? I don't see, with TTO here, they have like in another slide that I told, they have a forecast what happened from 24 to 28. I don't see any forecast for waste paper. And I really, if it's somebody here that work in either OVM, RISI, including TTO, we have to start working in forecasts for waste paper sorted off its waste. The packers, they're here, they have the owners of recycling plant, the traders, the mill buyers. We need to know at least what you guys gonna think is gonna happen from here in 4 years. That's the only way that you can plan stuff. How do you know if I'm gonna invest in a recycling plant if the waste paper is gonna go down or disappears? No way. If I'm a mill producer, which is I am, if I have a tissue mill and I want to build a new tissue mill in Ecuador, I don't know if I would have a deink system on it. Honestly, I'd probably just run that with pulp 100%. But that's why we don't have any. At least I don't see it. If I might be wrong, if somebody have a forecast for the ingrate sort of his way, please let me know. I would love to have it. And the other thing about this is, man, any person can do this. I mean, just get the price of the hardwood. If you see those lines are all related, subtract the number, whatever it is, and you can probably run that for 4 years. At least you have some kind of number. This is the graphic, very interesting graphic, because low pulp prices put pressure in sorted off its weight price. If you see this graphic, the green one is sorted off its waste, the blue one is pulp. When you see those here, the green one getting over the blue one, this is the sorted off its weight price equivalent to the cost to the head box. So this is after getting all the chincras out, it's after all the chemicals. So when you see those peaks here or getting close, that's incentive for us to buy just pulp and no waste paper. So this is, you guys have to understand, this is from the 13 to the 2023, which will have to run the 20, the next couple of months. Right now it's fine. Right now we're getting some waste paper because the price went up again of pulp. So it justified for us, the mill buyers, to buy, waste paper. But I don't want to give you bad ideas. Don't increase my price, please. Right, Daryl? All right. This is very interesting. This is printing and paper demand, chink on the supply side. This is what I've been talking about, generation. And this is the main slide here so you guys understand. This is the demand of printing and writing paper from 2013 to 2024. Look at how this thing's going down, right? So that's why we don't have, every time that I hear, oh, you have no generation, where is the sort of his way, where is it going to store? Generation is not there, that's why I got to pay some price. So we all competing with the same amount of tonnage, which is every year is going down and down and down because everyone is going digital. Okay, that doesn't happen with the OCC. The OCC is a different dynamic, completely different dynamic. I would have had to do another presentation, only the interaction between OCC and unbleached pulp, because the OCC is completely different dynamic. But in this is what happened. All you guys, the traders, the parkers, when you say generation is low, it's because the demand is low. The demand of printing a paper which generates sorted off its way and other stuff is going slow. So that's what one of the big problems, and that's why all those Brazilians is building on those pulp mills, because they see this. So what they betting is that sometime this is going to be too slow that we, the producers, say, forget about waste paper. I'm just going to run the mill with pulp because it's not enough generation of sorted office way, code book stock that we can buy. And if we start all fighting with us a little pile of this stuff, well, we're going to put the price, over the pole price? No, right? So, and this is for my last slide, and I have 5 minutes left. And I just want to just be clear here, this is my personal opinion. And I want to have some recommendation for especially the young traders that I'm happy to see young people coming into this business. And it's a fun business, and you make great friends here. And I've been doing this since I was 21, so I kind of love it. I have my best friend here, so I'm going to have some recommendations for the traders and packer. You guys need to have the most accurate market information. Is the key for any negotiation. When you guys sit down every month to buy and sell paper, please get all the information right. Please find out, do the research. You guys are traders, you guys are packers, you guys sell, you guys buy. Please get all the information and the facts, whatever it is. Please do not limit yourself to the OVM. And I'm going to clarify this because I don't want to create any problems here. Index, I love index. We need the OVM, we need the PICS, we need the TTO. That is our guidance, okay, to see what is the market trend. If it's going down, we're going down. How are we going to project earnings, whatever. We need those. OVM is great, PICS is great, TTO is great, etc., etc. But do not limit yourselves to only the index, because the index are great when you have contract tie index, okay? So you don't have to negotiate, month by month. You just sit in there. Oh, the price went up 10. Well, I'll pay. My contract is went up 10. So that's the easy part. But I'll tell you something. I would say 90% of all the negotiation in this business is a spot negotiation. A guy who grabbed the phone and call him and say, what are you hearing about price this month? Let's go up 10, let's go up down. So the problem that I have sometimes, especially with the OVM, is that, and once again, this is a great index, but in my particular case, I think if sometimes we're playing a little catch up with the OVM. See, sometimes the OVM come on with a price as a result of something that happened a month ago or a month and a half ago. If I have 20,000 tons inventory in my warehouse and I don't need a pound of paper, and the OVM went up 10, and I got this supply telling me, well, I want to sell you some tonnage, and they say, well, we don't need it, but I'll support you 100%. All right, my price went up 10. Well, listen, I have 20,000. I just told you I have 20,000 tons in inventory. What hell? I'm gonna come up with $10 more. How do I justify that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop you 20. Oh, are you crazy? The OVM will up 10. The OVM will up 10. Well, I'm gonna drop 10. I am the OVM. I'm telling you. I don't need the tonnage. So, in that aspect, I'll say that they, and this is the difference between the OVM with the peaks and all the pulp index. They kind of update like every week. So when you get to the one that particular month at the beginning of the month, and you have to, set out the price, they kind of got the information right on it. That doesn't mean, and once again, I want to clarify, the OVM, most of the time, they had all the information right. Sometimes it's a little, because works both ways. If I have a mill running out of paper, and the OVM went down 10, or is flat, I'm going to call everyone and I tell you, listen, I'm gonna have a little problem here. I'm running out of paper. I know the OVM went flat, but I'm gonna give you a $10 increase because I need the tonnage in my mill right away. And the only reason that I'm doing this is because I like you. Well, what he don't know is I already called 10 guys telling the same thing. I love like you guys. So, and they love those calls, by the way, when the OBM is flat or down and I increase the price. Oh my God, that's when we had the best relationships. Guys, check the fact of logistics in general, gas price, also the news what happened in the world in general. World natural disasters can affect directly the price. So get informed. Get informed what's going on in the world. Everything affect prices. We are in a commodity business. Commodity business react based of situations that happen in the world. Offer, demand, wars, all this stuff. Check all those prices. Also, we the t-shirt producers, and this is the last point, because I don't want to disencourage people in talking about this, telling that the ink race is going to disappear. I believe it's just going to change, and that's something actually that Daryl mentioned. I add this for you, Daryl. You mentioned that to me, and I think that's a great statement here. We, the t-shirt producer, we have to have the responsibility to develop new technology to use less grace. There are in generation decline in our ink system, and I start looking for other recycling aids that will eventually will substitute those quarter book stock, sort of office waste, and all this stuff. So we have the responsibility with you guys, the Packers, to find a way and that technology to if really those grades going to disappear, it's going to be another grades that they're going to add up. So we need to find those technology. So making sure that you guys always keep your job, making sure that you guys grow, and making sure that we as a producers be cost effective, because we not only will depend is the pulp peoples and the ingrate disappear and it's all controlled by pulp people. I know what's going to happen. Those prices are going to be right high. So it's got to be some kind of competition to make this work. So that is my last statement. Thank you so much for the time, and thank you.
Yeah, I'll just tell that.